the underhook, try to attempt takedowns, they back out if they feel the strength of the overhook. So if you understand how to properly position your weight with the overhook, you can kill the underhook pretty easy. And this is exactly what we will look at in this DVD. So sit back, grab your notebook, and try to not kill your partners when you drill on them. So in order to understand how to kill the underhook, we need to understand why it's so powerful and how people play it. So we distinguish between how wrestlers play the underhook and how jiu-jitsu people are playing the underhook. Let's start with the wrestlers and understand that in wrestling it's a little bit different. It's not like in jiu-jitsu. So for example, if I wrestle with Linus and he backs away from me like this will not get penalized in jiu-jitsu, maybe after some time. If he does this in wrestling, they will immediately tell them, okay, you can't back out. You need to go in. So in wrestling, you need to come forward. You need to aggressively try to progress to the takedown. Okay, so you need to aggressively hand fight. This is the number one thing why underhooks work so well. I explained in a second in wrestling. The number two thing is the push-out rule. So it also has something to do with engaging into your partner. But if I push Linus out of, let's say, come a bit to me, let's say this line is the end of the circle in the wrestling match. Okay, and if I push Linus out, that gives me a point. So what will Linus do? He will push back into me, exactly. And you can apply this to the underhook in both scenarios. So because Linus can just back away when I have an underhook, he needs to come into me, I can use this pushback reaction and attack out of it. And also, wrestlers are way more aggressive with the underhook. Way more aggressive. Why? Because of the push-out rule. So if I'm really aggressive and I push Linus out, this is the point. Okay? And he will do everything possible so I can't do it. So if a wrestler goes to jiu-jitsu and they play the underhook, you will see two things. Number one, if they have the underhook, they will run them over like crazy. They will not just stay here, okay? They will run them over like crazy because in their mind they still have the push-out rule and they understand that the underhook is an athletic position, okay? And number two, if they can get even closer to something like a body lock, they will elevate the partner immediately. They will try to bring the feet away off the mat. And what this does is it takes his ability away to put weight on me. Okay, so you see, wrestlers, when they come to jiu-jitsu, they will have a lot of success. And people are looking at this, in my opinion, from the wrong aspect. They look at it like, okay, a wrestler is using a throw-by. That means the throw-by is a good takedown, right? Then you go into your jiu-jitsu practice, you go against your, blue belt, you try to throw-by, and nothing is happening. Okay, you just try to use your hand and throw your partner by. Or even worse, he just puts in the overhook in, and now you can't even move your partner. Same thing with the knee tap. You see that wrestlers are using a pretty strong knee tap, okay? But then you try to do exactly the same thing in jiu-jitsu, and it's not working. And it's because of these two things. Number one, running into your partner with the underhook. And number two, elevating your partner with the underhook. The underhook is an athletic position. It works only if you are athletic. You don't want to stay in the underhook like this. This is why I believe that we are really early in jiu-jitsu wrestling. Most people are still doing this. And I will talk about how jiu-jitsu people are using the underhook. But understand, the correct thing is to play it like a wrestler. It comes with a downside, and this is fatigue. Because it's an athletic position and you use all of your energy or most of your energy to use the underhook, to throw people by, to push them out, it will fatigue you. And obviously in jiu-jitsu, if you fatigue yourself after 2 minutes, you're fucked. So everything that the wrestlers are doing is correct from the understanding, but you shouldn't use all of your energy. So this is what we try to understand, how jiu-jitsu people are using it, and then we will understand how to kill it. So now we will look at how jiu-jitsu people are playing the underhook. And you will see it's completely different, but somehow we believe that this is the right thing to do, okay? So what you see jiu-jitsu people are doing is what I call a lazy underhook, okay? I did a seminar in Nuremberg and there was a D1 wrestling coach. And I said, don't play lazy underhooks. And he asked me, what is a lazy underhook, right? And there's no term for a lazy underhook in wrestling, I believe. If there is, correct me. But then I explained it to him, and he said it makes perfectly sense, and he is not understanding why jiu-jitsu people are doing it. So in this section, I want to explain why the idea is correct, but not the application. So a lazy underhook is if you have your underhook and you have your head on the opposite side, okay, and you're just staying here. This is a lazy underhook.